Hi guys, my name is Confidence. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I basically have two things to share with you today. The first one is the updates on the poultry farm, how I've been taking the poultry farm, and then the second is my review on how it has been. The first one, like I said, is the update, how the farm has been, what's up with the farm, what level are we at, and then the second is what I've learned so far about poultry farming and what I intend to do moving forward. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and click on the notification bell below so you don't miss out on any video I post. So, you guys, as you can see, I'm taking you to the farm where we just completed the first round of our farming section, and this is eight. Yeah, guys, it's empty. We sold everything. So, guys, the place is very empty. Like you can see, there's no bed in there. Happy New Year, guys. It's been a while. How was your Christmas holiday? How was the holiday in general? Basically, this particular video is just to keep you up on how the journey has been. Thank you for following me to this extent. Um, I'm going to start with how the last production section went. So a summary of it was I used my mom's farm. My mom had a farm before, and so she kind of abandoned it for a while. I had to get it in order, clean up the place, and then repair some places that needed to be fixed. So after doing that, I purchased 40 beds. Yeah, 40. And they gave me one for free anyway. It was 41 that came to the farm. And then I started feeding them, wearing them, going them up. We lost about four to infant mortality. Yeah, four died when they were very little. And then three died when they were big enough. But somehow we were able to just we saw them early, like they didn't get bad, so we had to just cut them, get the blood out, and prepare them. And we ate, yeah, we did eat. Yeah, we had to. I know it's in some places it's not allowed, but where I am, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I know some people are scared about the issue of whether he died of a sickness that could be transferred to the human person or not, but it's fine. We took care of a lot of things like that. So on the previous sales, yeah, the last one when we finished wearing the bed, it was time for sales. Luckily, the time for sales fell into there was I forgot to mention there was a very high increase in price of the feed. I think from around 10,800 to almost 12,000 to almost 13,500. That's a very massive increase. But luckily for us, we were able to sell them at reasonable prices because it was festive period. The Christmas and New Year. And then I had to go and stand in the road and try to in the market, yeah. And then I tried to get people to buy. I kind of learned a little bit about marketing from there. Anyway, yeah. I did learn a lot of things about marketing and sales and things like that. But I want to learn more. As for general profit, we didn't really make much profit, but that's because the capital we used was very small. I mean, if you compare the profit to the capital used, it's fair because on percentage we were making around 8% return on investment per month. That's very good. I didn't say annually; I said monthly. So that's a very good investment, if you say. But I think the reason is because it was my first time and I made a lot of mistakes and all that. And I didn't pay myself, yeah. So excluding paying myself, if I'd paid myself, I would have made less. Now that's an update of how the previous section went, but to say how the production of the last set went. Now I wasn't very much around throughout the production. I did the very most important part, which is the brooding. That's where you grow them for the first 2 weeks or so. It's very difficult because you have to regulate the temperature, you have to regulate a lot of things in the bed, humidity. You have to check on them every 2 hours to make sure that they don't. Because at that age, they are very, I don't know, somehow they don't have any sense. So you have to keep on checking on them to make sure that they don't get into harm's way. Then I went to school. Yeah, I went to school to finish up my project. I was carrying out um a law degree program. So I went to school to finish up the project part of it. So I'm waiting for the final year results so we know what next. And I hope to go to law school and graduate as a lawyer and all. Well, right now we are starting on that production. Probably tomorrow. I've cleaned up the house again. it's empty, like you saw. Yeah, I emptied it out so that we can bring. Well, yeah, the reason we emptied out the place was so that new ones can come in, and not because we're not selling again or we're not producing again. So the last time I learned a lot of things from the last production. There are three things or three categories of things I learned. One is management, one is character, and the other one is accounting. Yeah. So yeah, on the part of the management, you see, I got to understand that whatever you're doing, every business, especially the poultry business, it hinge on like it's solely based on how you manage it. Every other thing is under it. So the management includes how you watch out for the chickens, how you make sure they have enough food, enough water, how you make sure the place is clean, how you make sure they are vaccinated when they should be given their vaccine, how you make sure that just general management of the place, how you keep them clean and safe and the place is secured, how you're making sure you're ensuring your biosecurity. Biosecurity is simply a security measure that is set in place so that sickness or diseases don't get into the farm. So that's basically what biosecurity is. And all these things are under the management, making sure that they have enough feed, enough water, and enough lightning. Yeah, a lot of lightning because the bird needs light mostly at night. We are very lucky in this part of the world because we have light for close to 13, 14 hours a day. There are some places where they don't have that much amount of sunlight. And then in so doing, you find out that the birds don't do it, or they have to resort to other lightning, system like using electricity and all that. Now on character, yeah, I know this is strange. So if it turns out that I'll give you an instance of what character looks like. So when somebody is walking, or somebody you just see somebody and be like, this person is a lawyer, or this person probably because of the dressing, or maybe when a doctor is putting on the lab coat and all those things, and you're like, this person is a doctor, or you see an engineer and you like, this person must be an engineer. So there are characters that you need as a farmer, and I got to learn not all, but majority of them. And one of them is patience. You have to wait. You will wait. You don't force the bird to grow. You don't force them to do anything. They do it when they want. You just do the factors you can, like providing feed and water. But you have to be patient to make sure they grow. Another very important character is discipline. You see, I think this discipline thing cut across every field of life, but particularly in this particular place here, farming, you have to be very disciplined. See the reason. When they were starting, when they were growing up in the first 2 weeks and all that, you find out that you have to wake up, like you have to be available every 2 hours or 3 hours max. So you might get too lazy and be like, I'm tired, I don't want to go. But then it's not a thing of you don't want to, it's a thing of the bird need it. So you just have to be there. So if you want to be motivated, you can't even do it with motivation. Because there are sometimes you're like, I'm tired. But then you have to be disciplined enough to say no, it is time for the birds, and then you go and give them the time and attend to them. So yeah, discipline is one of them. Another important character is what I may refer to as financial discipline. You see, when I finished up all the sales, and I was lucky enough to meet up with the Christmas period. So when I finished sales, I got some money, and to be honest, I really wanted to use them for my personal needs. But then I had to learn that the money had to go back into the business. Yeah, not totally everything, but let's say 80% of the money has to go back into it again. Like 80% of the all the money you realize from the sales of the this so that you're only getting like, I think sometimes for beginners you should take 90 back and then maybe 10% for yourself for the start anyway. On the last skill that is necessary I got to understand is accounting. You see, accounting I found out isn't just taking, just saying I bought this, I bought that, I sold it goes beyond that. It goes to as far as saying that this is it goes to as far as budgeting, understanding that this is the amount it will take to get to this particular position, and then you work towards it. And then even after getting the sales, making account for every expenses, like you buy this, you spend this, you bought drug, you bought feed, you bought water, the rent for the place you're using and all that. So you take account of all these things so that you know when you're making loss, or you're making profit. Because if you don't have good accounting, good documentation of expenses, you don't know if you're making loss or profit. Yeah, moving forward, what we're doing next is I'm going to go for, last time it was 40. So now I'm going to 50. I know in the last video I said it was going to be 100, but then I was expecting to get money from my parents, my dad precisely. But my mom doesn't have money now. So my dad said no, that he's not going to give me any money now because he wants me to actually learn it. We're starting with 50 this time around, and starting with 50, I already did the calculation of what it's going to cost me. And it's going to be costing me around 250,000 out there about. I think that would be the maximum. The penthouse, that is the poultry house at the penthouse, we used the last time was very small. It was only able to take around 40 at max. So now we are going to 50. The other place I showed you people at the back, I'll still go there again. We're able to clear it and put it in order. But we're going to start brooding. That's the beginning stage when they are small in the smaller poultry house. Then as time goes on, we'll now transfer them to the other bigger poultry house. So this is where we were able to clean up. Yeah, the whole house was big. And then we thought instead of cleaning everything where we don't have enough finance to take care of them, why not we just clean up one or two that we'll be able to use for the meantime? The more money, the more we try to increase the amount of places that will be available. So this is one of them. There are still some work that needs to be done. We're able to, I don't know if you see concrete on the ground. I think the best way before they kind of broke it up. And then we had to fix up things like this that, so that would make the place to be a little bit better. Then same thing applies to this other place. Yeah. I have two chickens. Say, hi guys, say hi to the camera. They're running away, yeah. They're running away. So yeah, these are the two remaining from the last set. My mom bought them, and I don't know, she had plans for them. So that's the feed for them to eat from and the water for them to drink. Guys, that is all we have for today. Don't forget to like this video and then subscribe to this channel. Click on notification bell so you always get updates when I drop my videos. See you guys on the next episode.